Hello again, everyone. All right, so far we've understood component logic and we've made some small changes to it. So now it's time to understand one of Angular's most powerful features. And that, my friends, is data binding. Now, of course, you might want to ask, what the heck is data binding? But it's very simple. We can basically say that data binding provides communication between TypeScript and template, so HTML. Now, we know that the user sees the view layer, that is the HTML page in the browser, and it performs its operations on this layer. For example, a user will enter user information or make selections on the page, and we know that in the background, jobs are performed on the TypeScript file. And here is a communication between template and TypeScript, thanks to data binding. All right, so data binding is actually a communication, right? So that means there's two basic methods for this type of communication. First one is one-way data binding. The second one is two-way data binding. Sounds simple. But let's start with one-way data binding. So this type of data communication is perhaps a simple way to exchange where the HTML file changes when we change the TypeScript. One-way data binding can be examined under three subtitles. 1, string interpolation. 2, property binding. 3, event binding. So with the string interpolation and property binding, the output data in HTML is with the change in TypeScript. With event binding, there's a one-way communication from HTML to TypeScript. For example, when a user presses a button. But if we want to trigger TypeScript with a user change, you gotta use two-way data binding, okay? Because a change in the template with one-way communication won't be able to update on the TypeScript side. So Angular solves this with two-way data binding. So in this lesson, we touched on the basic question of what is data binding. So don't worry, we're going to get into detail on these four methods in our upcoming lessons. But I do want to talk about string interpolation in our next lesson, all right? See you then. Bye for now.